Good morning, America. Here I am at the Piggly Wiggly, dumbass fucking name. Piggly Wiggly in Lumberton, Mississippi. We're gonna have a talk. Now I know why so many people make videos sitting in their cars because they just came out of the fucking grocery store and they're mad about some shit. The right wing and the left wing would have you believe that somebody else is the problem, why our country is no longer great. The right wing would have you believe it's the fucking migrants coming across the border, stealing our jobs, raping our women and bringing all the drugs. No. Most drugs are produced domestically, and the ones that are imported by large corporations who are making extra money. If you don't remember the giant heroin shipment that got intervened in the port of Maryland or Delaware, was one of those places over there last year from some mega corporation, then you're not paying attention, okay? It's not the goddamn immigrants. You're like, well, why is America not great? Well, I tell you what, I live in goddamn Miss a motherfucking hippie. And that fucking place right there claims to be a Christian store. You go into that grocery store and you're going to be inundated with Christian music, and you're going to hear about the Christmas, and there's going to be a guy out front selling you the goddamn Jesus t-shirts because he's a goddamn Christian. None of you are Christians. Yeah, they're not. And I'll tell you why. Because nowhere in the fucking Bible does it say that it's okay to exploit people for profit. Now I'm going to tell you why I'm so motherfucking angry right now. On the left wing will be like, oh, it's the right wing that makes America bad. You are all fucking high. All of you, fuck off. Listen to me. Hear what I got to say. It ain't the goddamn, well, maybe some of the right wing, they're fucking real loons, okay? And it ain't the fucking weird libs, although goddamn the far left is fucking nuts too. All of you are nuts. You're all nuts if you're on one extreme side or the other. Stop. Here's the fucking problem with America. You're not holding the right people accountable. Some asshole gets on the fucking radio and says that mass shootings are a hoax, or the victims are real and they're crisis actors. And you listen to Alex Jones, whoever the fuck that dumbass is. The last name is Jones. Chances are they smoke crack anyway. That's my experience. And they tell you this and that, and you guys fucking sit there in your fear, and you let the fear consume you, and you're in your white bread neighborhood, and the idea of a black man taking your white women just drives you crazy, man. Or the Hispanics coming to rape your babies. Meanwhile, you send them to church where they're getting raped. Let them babysit for your neighbor's kids where they're getting raped by the daddy. It's okay though, because they're Christian. Now I just went in this motherfucking store and I'm going to tell you what the problem with goddamn America is, alright? Hold on, I got to give money to some little kids. The problem with this country is y'all are fucking stupid. Hold on, giving money to kids. I got you kids, hold on.
Dang, all these people got stacks.
That's because I worked really hard. That's for both of y'all. 2 for you, 2 for her. Okay? I worked really hard. I worked 90 hours a week.
You is so nice.
All right, so I got stacks. A bunch of ones is not stacks. And that's the problem. Here, we have #1 fucking highest poverty in the United States is the state of Mississippi. We have the highest rate of fucking diabetes, child obesity. We have the highest rate of poverty in adults, lowest in opportunity. Well, second lowest, I think. There's other states that are below us, like Alabama or some other weird place like Louisiana. But my point is, but yet you'll know when you're in the poverty land because there's a church on every fucking corner. And if you come to Lumberton, Mississippi, I'm not even joking you, there are more churches than gas stations. If you need gas in the middle of the night, fuck you. If you need shelter from the storm, fuck you too, because the church is supposed to be a safe haven, but they don't really want you in there. They just want you to come in, get your money, hear their message of hate and fear and lies, and send you on the way. And I know I started with this, but this is all important. It all is relevant. So they got you giving up 10% of your fucking paycheck. If you make the minimum wage, which is still $7.75 an hour. But during the pandemic, people were like, hey, we're worth more. You got us out here risking our lives. We want a living wage, which any of these corporations can fucking afford $15 an hour. They really can. And to make my point, the dollar store in our town here wrote a big old sign about nobody wants to work, but they're paying minimum wage, or just about. They're paying like $8.23, I think is the minimum wage in Mississippi, okay? And nobody wants to work. So they closed their doors for like a whole shift rather than just pay someone $15 an hour. They lost thousands of dollars in sales because they refused to come up with an extra $50 a day. And that's the goddamn problem with this country. You're not holding corporations accountable. You don't need the ding-dongs or the ho-hos or any of that shit. Now let's get back to Piggly Wiggly in Lumberton, Mississippi. It is the only grocery store here. Many people, because they're living in poverty here, cannot afford a car. We don't have a public transportation system. There isn't Uber or a taxi or any of that shit. So Piggly Wiggly has you right by your goddamn balls. They know that you can't really go anywhere else for groceries. I can because I have a car and a job, but other people cannot, okay? And this isn't about me. This is about my rage because I keep seeing it and it keeps getting ridiculous. Now, during the pandemic, they said we had a worker shortage. Over 1 million people died of COVID, but most of them were older people, not younger people. It's not that people don't exist to work. It is not that people don't want to work. People do not want to work for $8 an hour because I'm going to tell you what I just saw. $8 would get you a tub of Country Crock. Remember Country Crock? It's not even butter. It's not even a real food. There's not one single ingredient in there that isn't fucking terrible for you. That's for people who can't afford butter. You'd buy a tub of Country Crock. And it used to be a big ass tub of Country Crock. It was like $1.99, $2.49 when I had kids, all right? Then I realized how bad that shit was for you. And I started just buying real butter. Lasts longer, you use less, and it's better for you. Now that shit is $8.99 for fucking Country Crock. $10.15 for a fucking tub of like other name brand shit.